today. Um, I want to open up with this statement, and I want you, especially senior leadership, I want you to hear it and hear me well. Action is the real measure of intelligence. Action is the real measure of intelligence. This morning when I got up, I I heard God literally say to me, and this is going to be for somebody to help them. If you give up, it means you never wanted it. Did you hear what I just said? If you give up, it means you never wanted it. Let me give it to you one more time. If you give up, that means you never wanted it. Can I ask you a question? How many things have you almost got to the point where you said, hey, look, I can't do it. This ain't going to work for me. This is causing great hardship, great proclivity in my life, and I just can't do this anymore. I woke up with that burden in my heart for leadership on today and for people who have gotten to that place. God knows I have. I believe a lot of us that are listening that can feel the same way. I want to say this, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I want to give you a note to yourself. And I pray that this will give you a caveat to greater destiny and greater purpose. And I want you to write this note to yourself when you feel like you wanted to give up. Sometimes you got to do some stuff for yourself. Did you hear what I just said? So many times, too often, we do things for everybody else. We help everybody else. We sow in everybody else. We give to everybody else. We're there for everybody else. But when are you going to do some stuff for yourself? And until you learn how to really get into the place with you and be who you're supposed to be and love who you're supposed to be and value who you're supposed to be and empower who you're supposed to be, it's going to be impossible for you to do it for anybody else. I want to tell you right now, and I said it last week, always bet on you. This is for you. This isn't about everybody. All right. This ain't even about anybody right now. You're going to have to learn in this season to live for yourself, to honor yourself, and never lose sight of who you are and what God has called and purpose for you to be. It's going to be very important in this season that you understand you got to do some stuff for you. You're going to have to help yourself into some things. You're going to have to usher your own self into some things. If you're always waiting on people to do it for you, you're going to miss it. I've learned that happiness is not a goal. It is a byproduct. Are y'all hearing me? Happiness is not a goal. It is actually a byproduct. And sometimes until you're happy with yourself, until you can say to yourself that I used to be sad, but now that I've seen a lot, I've gone through a lot, I'm proud of myself because I can look back where I was and see where I am now. And I'm able to say that God has did some great strides in my life. I'm in this thing now where God has begun to really speak some things into my own spirit to remind me of my yesterday, in this regard. When someone truly cares about you, they make the effort, not an excuse. You might want to write that down and put that in your Rolodex. Amen. And when you are a lion, and the reason why I'm saying this is because when you are a lion does not concern itself with the opinion of sheep. Some of the people you're around, they sheep. They always got an opinion. They always got something to always critique you on, but they don't look at their own self. It's a problem when you can interrogate everybody and you don't even see your own slip hanging. It's bad when you can always formulate an opinion about everybody else, but you don't even see that your background ain't squeaky clean. You have to now, people of God, begin to start noticing that nothing is more noble, nothing is more vulnerable than fidelity. Okay, faithfulness and truth are really some of the most sacred excellence and endowments of your mind that you will ever have and that you will ever become to grasp upon. because you cannot change what's going on around you until you start changing what's going on the inside of you. Are y'all hearing me? There has to be something that you are getting ready to embark upon. I thank God for every mistake that I made. You know why? Because my mistakes don't define me. What I do after the mistake is what defines me. Are you hearing me? And a lot of times we make mistakes, we make shortcomings, but we don't own them. We don't want to embrace them. We don't want to graphic them. We want to always look at someone else and never look at ourselves. I woke up this morning and I came downstairs and I was doing what I normally do, and in my meditation, this is what I said to myself, and I've been saying this for the last 3 days. Hear me very carefully, I am in the process of becoming a better version of myself. Amen. I am in the process of becoming a better version of myself. And there are certain things that you have to alter. There are certain things you need to modify. There are certain things you need to change if you're going to become a better version of yourself. You might want to write that down. You want to become a better version of yourself. What can you do better today that you did not do yesterday? What modification could you make to your life versus where you were yesterday? The problem is not the problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem. Did y'all hear what I just said? The problem is not the problem, but the problem is your attitude about the problem. You have to say that at the end of the day, let there be no excuses, no explanation, and no regrets. We're going to have to get there, people of God. We got to start showing greater love, greater peace, greater joy, greater power, greater abundance, greater healings, signs and wonders for what he wants to do. God bless you.